with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Fall is here, which means it's time to dive into a new lineup of autumn flavors at Wings and Rings. Your home away from home during football season. Their all-star lineup of wing sauces is adding 2 new impact players, curry garlic and pumpkin chili. Need something delicious before kickoff? How about starting your meal with their brand new chorizo nachos and loaded fries? You better act fast. These new tastes of autumn won't be here long. So make the trip to one of their 2 Lincoln locations today on O Street or Village Lane.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Mario fue pintor más de 30 años. Cuando me dijo que se le estaban olvidando las cosas, fue difícil. Un día me dijeron que pintara el marco del lado por dentro y pinté el lado de afuera.
Yo le diría a la gente que le diga a su familia lo que está pasando con él.
Si algo se nota diferente, podría ser Alzheimer. Es momento de hablarlo. Visita alz.org/nuestras historias para saber más. Un mensaje de The Alzheimer's Association y The Ad Council.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in October. Try their brand new caramel apple butter cream cheese or apple coffee cake muffins through their new partnership with local apple orchard, Picnic Hill. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
I'm Chris Jakovic. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately, in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakovic, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake. Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Uncut with former Nebraska baseball pitcher Kyle Perry on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
Got the audio. Yeah. Harrison, happy Wednesday, brother. Happy to be here, folks. Welcome to Uncut here on 93.7 The Ticket. We do a good job around here when we got the World Series game on. We got to cut the audio, make sure we're not infringing any copyright infringements or whatever you call them. Happy to be here, folks. Welcome to Uncut. Here in downtown Lincoln, and it feels like winter is starting to make an appearance, Harrison. It's a little chilly out there.
It's dreary. I don't mind a nice little rain, though.
Sure.
It was dry.
Yeah.
Dry as a bone. I know it's a little too late for it, but I'll take it.
It's the cold with the rain, though. I don't mind rain either. It's if it's okay, Harrison.
I don't mean like that, but
if it's it makes this 55 degrees out there feel like 35 a little bit. And trust me, I've sat my ass plenty of plenty of games in the springtime in Big Ten country where the weather wasn't too great. So so maybe I'm just getting comfortable now after the career's over. But no, I mean, it's not terrible. It's the rain though that gets mixed in. The cold not too bad. It's the rain, the precipitation. You mix that in, and now we're talking about a different ball game.
Yeah, I'll start crying when it's like when you get the rain, the snow, the rain, like when you're in that 32 and it's just like ain't quite cold enough to be snowing, but cold enough to be just freezing.
Sure. Did you see that guy last night in the first inning of the game for the Yankees? He reached Mookie Betts was making a play in the stands, and the guy reached into his glove.
Break that down,
dude.
Insane! I have never seen a more egregious act by a fan.
So yeah, the people that's been the popular opinion that the people are pretty PO'd about it.
Well, he had had his whole wrist and it looked painful because he's just getting hanged up on there.
And Mookie said it didn't hurt him. Okay, he didn't even realize the guy was touching him. People are pretty upset.
Good way to avoid a fine.
Right.
I'm sure he had some real words that he wanted. Maybe he is just that nice, but there's no way.
I mean, he's a pro's pro. I mean, it's Mookie Betts, but yeah.
Have you ever seen anything close?
Well, no, I haven't. But I do want to say, I mean, a lot of people are not defending that guy, that fan, and I don't think it's the right thing to do at that moment. But you also got to put yourself in his shoes, because I thought watching it in real time that was pretty epic. It's crazy to see a fan do something like that because at the time, everyone was saying this guy's fighting harder than the Yanks.
Yeah,
this guy's fighting for the cause harder than the Yanks
are. He really was.
If you want to spin it, you know what? I'm a baseball guy. I tip my cap to that. But on the same, in the same vein, you can't do that. You can't do that. And so he got taken care of. But you give me that what would you do situation, I might not be trying to twist up his wrist or anything. And I don't think that's what they were doing. I think it was just
he was trying to get the ball.
Yeah, I mean they were just trying. They're fans in the stands. Like you just have to put yourself in that space. You're sitting at a World Series game in the Bronx. You're probably a diehard Yankees fan. I've been seeing some videos like this guy is a union worker in the Bronx. But I don't know his story or anything. I did see that Gronk went to college with him at Arizona. Yeah, and he says he knew him. He played on the club hockey team.
He seems like a hockey guy.
He said that he was super rowdy, and it was like, if Gronk's calling you rowdy, that's quite the compliment. But
that is a good point.
But yeah,
it's the prying, no
doubt. His buddy coming in and grabbing Mookie's bare hand. that was why. Yeah, but you have to appreciate the cause. I mean, those guys
diehards for sure.
That's called bought in right there. But I'm not condoning the.
I get where you're coming from.
The act itself, but I mean, say he did it in one swift motion, got it out. Like the umpire probably wouldn't have caught it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of
he was committed.
Mookie was just freaking squeezing it too good. He's too good. Mookie was too good in that situation. Say it's someone that doesn't have the presence of mind to freaking really hold on to that thing. That guy pokes it free. The ump probably doesn't even see it. But it took too long. It was about 4 seconds of wrestling with the crowd to where the ump knew, Mookie knew that he had it in his glove. So. But not for the record, don't come after me. I'm not condoning the behavior of said fan, but you got to appreciate the commitment there.
You want to get his testimony about what he had to say about it?
Oh, sure, I'd love to.
Yeah. So Capo Bianco, if I'm saying that right, it could be pronouncing it wrong. Yankee season ticket holder said he knew he'd be in trouble, but chose to grab an open Betts glove nonetheless, telling ESPN that he and Peter often discuss this exact scenario If a foul ball comes their way, they're going to do what they can to help their team. Quote, we always joke about the ball in our area, said at a local bar after the game. We're not going to go out of our way to attack. It's in our area. We're going to D up. Doubling down after the fact.
See, that's bought in. That's commitment. I mean,
it is.
You could, like, in real time. I mean, I'm not saying like I went and really thought about it. In real time, when that happened, I thought it was pretty epic.
And Bet said it's irrelevant.
And then they showed the replay, and then you realize that, but I think too many people were looking out for, if Betts is saying that he didn't even realize his hand was getting grabbed. Like, bro, people just need to stop looking out so much for the players' safety. If the players, it's not football. We're talking baseball, okay?
If he says he's fine, we can probably just put it away.
Yeah. I mean, come on. They took care of him. Security took care of him. They're probably going to ban him for life or something from the stadium. Okay, he's going to get punished enough. But, like, if Mookie doesn't have an issue with it, you got to understand. Like, this is the aura that sports provides.
I'll give you that, yeah.
Home field advantage. Okay, what is home field advantage? Well, something like that. If something like that happens, that guy pops that guy. See, you got to think about this. He got the ball out. Okay, it took him a few seconds to get the ball out. If he gets it out with one swift motion, he's a freaking legend. They're not kicking him out. And this might be a crazy take, but I mean, you got to think about these things because, like I said, Mookie was just too good, held onto the ball. Now the Dodgers have the lead. Mookie came through, ironically, as I'm speaking.
Bring him back in. Well, no. Is it in LA?
No. They're
bring
in
him
New
back.
York.
Get him to the game right now.
Yeah. So, now it's a 7-6 ball game. Dodgers are leading the almost inevitable World Series MVP. Freddie Freeman is up at the plate. Right now it'd be a terrible time for the Yankees faithful for Freddie to continue his home run streak that would go to 7 straight games in the World Series. Freddie goes yard here. Boy, this is a tough scene for New York. They were up 5-0, and then they made a whole bunch of runs in the 5th, or errors in the 5th, and now we're looking at a whole new ball game. 7-6 Dodgers. That's crazy. After the way they started.
The inning?
They are right now in the top 8. Yeah, 2-0 to Freddie Freeman with runners on the corners with 2 outs. Tough. But back to that fan. You gotta. Harrison, what do you think, man? Because I haven't really seen too many takes where they're kind of like, where I stand on it, where I kind of appreciate it more than, the next guy. So,
yeah, I mean, I'm always a little bit, maybe too old school. Like, as long as you're not saying slurs or attacking people's family.
Sure.
Or like physically injuring players.
So how old school are you talking, Harrison? Because that was, depends on how old.
At the end of the day, like, no one got hurt.
There you go.
And it was still an out.
Yeah.
And it was still an out.
Yeah.
Maybe it fired people up.
Yeah.
I still think you shouldn't go and do that. Like, quick swipe, sure. Just got to learn to let go. But I'm not, I don't want, I mean, it's egregious.
I mean,
I'm not going to cry about it either.
Yeah.
It's like, that's my biggest beef with the NBA is you got players pointing like, he called me a name. He called me Westbrook. Get him out of here.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I got some point.
There's definitely a respect element to the athletes that is
family and slurs are off the
that
table.
is deserved.
I respect the
that
family
is
slurs.
that is an unspoken. That's you don't even have to go out and say that. That's just that's something that's always there. But
anything other than that,
but a moment like that, it's not like those guys had time to think about what they were doing. They said that they've
discussed scenario.
It. I mean, like.
That was their opportunity.
I mean, like people need to loosen up a bit, man. I saw the gal that was interviewing Gronk when he was talking about that, and she was like borderline offended.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, dude,
we live in an era where we get defended for each other.
Mookie Betts isn't even pressed about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, chill. Okay, if you want to go, so I say, what if you would have swiped it out? Okay, the next guy could say, what if he would have gotten hurt? Okay, then we'd be in a different situation, all right? I'd have a different take on it. But it didn't freaking happen, all right? That's the reality of it. Quit playing the what ifs.
Well, I think it's just kind of a problem with sport. Like, we saw that with the now Commanders when they were the Redskins.
Yeah.
People that, like, the actual people that represented liked it and had no problems with it.
Sure.
but everybody else decided for them.
Yeah.
That's what always grinds my gears.
Yeah, no doubt. That opens up a whole nother can of worms.
Yeah, and it's always a can of worms I'm not too eager to open because I can always get the other side. But
maybe we would just get more viewers on Uncut. Maybe that would happen.
Maybe it would. If you want to throw hot topics around, you always get more clicks. But
we'll think about it.
Yeah, I'm always in the camp like we don't need to be offended for other people.
Sure.
Like whatever the people that are actually involved in it have to say is what you go by.
There you go. There you go.
And that's the way I always think.
So there you go. You got Mookie Betts. He's not mad.
He's mad about he lost. That's it.
He literally is just trying to talk about how they lost, and these reporters are trying to get a hot quote from him, and it's like, dude, just chill.
Well, even like you don't have to like what those fans did, but you don't have to, lose your mind about it. You can disagree with the action. That's fine.
Yeah.
You just don't lose your mind about it.
I'm not agreeing with what they did.
Exactly.
I said I do not condone.
But Mookie
actions.
Betts says it's fine. So
Mookie's fine.
We can move on.
It was an out. Okay, they got the out. And I feel like people, if that guy would have made one clean swoop and gotten the ball out, that guy would be famous.
Yeah,
for all the right reasons. But now it's like now they're trying to, make people hate this guy. It's like, dude, like it's Steve or Bartman. Steve Bartman. Isn't that Steve Bartman? Cubs guy.
Oh, yes. Yeah. You're right.
Is it Steve?
Steve Bartman.
Yeah, Bartman. I mean, like, that's what they're trying to do to this guy. And it's like, we're just in a weird time where people are,
that's always a problem.
Pressed
with
about,
media.
People are pressed about this guy that's fighting harder than the Yanks.
I bet you the Yankees got a little bit fired up after that too.
Right?
They're like, damn.
If that would have happened at Haymarket and someone on the berm down the right field line tries to wrestle, that would fire the boys up. I'm sorry. That's just that's I'm talking as a former baseball player. I'm a baseball guy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I can promise you that Dodgers dugout, I'm sure there was a few chuckles in that Dodgers dugout. I'm sure Mookie was just confused beyond all belief because that stuff doesn't happen. And, very seldom. Most guys don't even realize the player is there when a foul ball is hit into the stands and there's a play.
Yeah, because the eyes are on the ball.
Yeah, they're trying to get the ball.
You're just eyeing the ball.
That guy's testimony saying that they've rehearsed it. They weren't kidding because those two, everyone else is probably right here looking at the ball, and these guys are already digging in Mookie's glove. Like they were scheming.
They were.
But if you've ever been to a ball game, at least a meaningful baseball game at all, that's an unbelievable scene to be in. I mean, I'm sure your adrenaline's going about just as high as one of the players. In that situation,
you draw the line.
I mean, hell, you had a guy right next to the whole scene wearing an Evo Shield sliding mitt. I mean, like, what are you doing wearing that down the right field line? Yeah, so you got it, and you're in the Bronx, Yankees fans.
There's that part too.
So
right?
It's like, come on,
you
got to just freaking embrace the game. It seems like once the game is picking up steam, notoriety, big stars in the game. They're having the biggest World Series with the biggest names in it since God knows when.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're trying to shine a negative light on the series itself because the Yankees fan was digging in Mookie's glove. You know what? So for the record, tip your cap to that guy because he rehearsed it. He said he's talked about this with his buddy. They executed it. They eventually got the ball out of Mookie's glove. If they would have done it quick and swift, and where Mookie couldn't even had an argument, because I'm not sure if you can challenge that call. But sure, if there was a guy that's in that situation again, don't do it, because now you're going to be hated by everybody.
Well, this has happened before. We want to keep going with this article here. This is the ESPN, good article. Encourage you guys to read and get the actual quotes from him. But this is quote directly from ESPN. And let me actually get the author in here, so I'm not just Jesse Rogers. It's a great read. If you want to check it out, read it yourself. Situation was reminiscent of Game 1 of the 1996 ALCS Yankee Stadium and the controversy that ensued when preteen New York fan Jeffrey Meyer intercepted a fly ball that seemed destined for the glove of Orioles right fielder Tony Tarasco. With no replay review at the time, the hit went for Derek Jeter home run and became the stuff of October baseball legend.
See? October baseball legend. There's
different
a certain
times.
Lore
96,
of the game.
24.
And I
times.
bet these people that are out here trying to make these stupid opinions Okay, I backtrack. I don't want to call them stupid opinions. All right, let's just go with uneducated or
I think that's probably more
out
fair
of touch.
because I saw a lot of people who know.
Because there's a lot of people the first time they see this play, they're seeing it on a tweet with an opinion attached to it.
Yep.
You don't even know the context in which it lies, and and
A lot of people with opinions didn't even know it was the World Series.
Yeah, so it really Aaron Judge with a double, he's finding it. So it's like, dude, listen to the people that like baseball and what they have to say, and those are really or who know baseball, really. Those are the opinions you can really value when it comes to that. Because in the NBA, okay, if a guy falls into the crowd courtside and say the fan hugs onto him and they're like on a fast break, yeah, that's bad. That's terrible
because that's just nowhere.
You're affecting the play,
and in basketball history too. Like that's not in basketball culture. It
Right.
goes back to who are the people involved. What do they think?
Sure,
that's what you go on.
And Mookie was mad about them losing. Said he didn't even realize that his throwing hand was getting grabbed.
And if you're holding LeBron back on a fast break,
and it was obvious to everyone involved that they were grabbing at his glove, trying to get the ball out. Okay, it's cut and dry. It's not one of those situations where you gotta have such,
So I
you
shouldn't
don't have
send
to
my
pick
angry email out?
sides, dude. It's two fans that are totally have totally embodied the moment at a Yankees game in the World Series when their team is down 3-0. Come on, where's the I don't know. I'm at a loss, really, because I see it one way. I get if he would have gotten hurt, okay. If he would have gotten hurt, that would have been unbelievable, and they would have done unspeakable things to that guy for hurting Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts being one of my favorite players to watch, no doubt, one of the best talents in the game. But it didn't happen. Mookie didn't care, okay, and that's just. Leave it at that, right?
That's fair. Like my whole thing is like watching it. I was like, that's pretty egregious, but I'm not gonna cry about it because if nobody cares, if the players don't care,
it resulted in an out. It was a pop fly out.
Exactly.
It's not like like Steve Bartman. We talked about Steve Bartman with the Cubs and Moises Alou. He screwed his team. In that moment, he screwed his team. Moises Alou was the Mookie Betts in that situation, and he hindered Moises Alou from retrieving the ball for the Cubs for, I believe, the third out, and that ended up being a crooked inning, and they ended up losing that game, right? And every Cubs fan remembers that, and that's been pushed under the rug a little bit since they broke the curse in 2016.
Yeah,
but
I forgot about that.
But the guy was trying to help the Yankees, okay. Like the Dodgers fans could be mad about him if Mookie would have dropped it, then Glaber would have went yard or something, sure, but it didn't lead to anything.
No,
so it's just like
it was rolling out.
It's just like they got kicked out. People are already hating on him on social media, whatever. But I'll come to his rescue for maybe trying to help the boys out because that's what it's all about. Home field advantage when it matters most. Down 3-0. That's passionate. That's passion coming from the Bronx. All right, folks, we're gonna cut it to break. This is Uncut.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements. solutions. Experience a cleaner tomorrow with Niederhaus Refuse. Whether it's weekly residential pickups, large-scale commercial disposals, recycling, or roll-off, Niederhaus's team is here with reliable, efficient service and the most advanced solutions. Discover the difference that a committed and experienced waste management company can make. Niederhaus Refuse has been in business for over 100 years and is family-owned and operated since 1921. Call Niederhaus Refuse at 402-475-8361 and visit their website at nbrefuselincoln.com to learn more or sign up for your service today.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Right now, take over $11,000 off a 2024 Ford F-150. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1004296, MSRP of $66,645. Must finance with Ford Motor Company and have a qualifying trade and approved credit. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 11/13/24. See delivery details.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And we want to thank all of our customers for a great September. And now it's time for our annual Halloween sales event happening right now at Koppel. Get 0% financing at Koppel. You heard right, 0% financing on select new models. Also, huge discounts up to $11,500 are available. It's our annual Halloween sales event. Get $11,500 off or 0% financing at Koppel. So please stop on by or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. 0% with roof credit.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today. I'm ready. Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread? I can't stop eating it. Rico, relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today in most local grocery stores.
It happens. All of a sudden, you need a plumber. Just call Bryant, 467-1111. Problem solved with Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals. Located in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
The spitting incident.
Oh, the spitting incident.
How bad was that? And do he deserve to miss more games?
I think it's despicable to spit on another human
Lucky
being.
this guy had a shield on his face. What happened? The guy from Oregon, the receiver.
Yeah, receiver.
Spit in the guy's face from Ohio State. Why did he do that?
Man, you don't spit on a
Back
guy.
and forth.
You don't spit on a guy. I would never do that again. I said again.
I was going to ask you about that from one spitter to another spitter.
No, come on, guys. Listen, guys.
Years ago.
27 years ago.
Yeah.
Guys. Don't hold that against me.
Back to Uncut with Kyle Perry on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
All right. It's a little bit of sorrow here on a Wednesday. It's a cold, rainy day here in Lincoln, and it's not looking good in the Bronx, folks. Down to their final 3 outs. Dodgers still have a chance to hit here in the top of 9. And once up 5-0, the Yankees unfortunately blew a 5-run lead in the 5th inning and now find themselves down 7-6 in the top of 9. 3 outs though. A lot can happen in 3 outs, Harrison. But boy, you wonder, man.
This beat's fitting for the moment. I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm. I would love to see maybe some theatrics like we saw in Game 1 from the Yankees.
And to be clear, I'm not rooting for either team.
Walker Buehler is warming up in the pen. That is unbelievable. He pitched 2 days ago. He started 2 days ago. Threw 5 innings 2 days ago. He's I believe he's a 2-time Tommy John guy. Shout out. Not many of us out there. That's right. Clearly Walker Buehler has had more going for him, obviously, than I did. Because I'm the one in the booth talking about him. He's the one warming up in the World Series. He's quite the talent, though. Boy, he has a fastball. And he had really electric stuff. Boy, leadoff single from the Dodgers. Oh, Teoscar Hernandez. So
it's not looking
if
good.
If they pour it on here, that would just,
it's feeling colder in the Bronx than it is here in Lincoln.
It probably does. I wonder what it is in the Bronx.
Let's find out.
Let's do it. But yeah, this would be this has got to be torture for a Yankees fan. I'm pulling for the Yankees because I've been pulling since the start for a 7-game set, at least 6 games to make me totally happy. But boy, I mean, I said it after Game 1 that we're looking at probably a 4, maybe a 5-game set. And boy, it's looking like a 5-game set right here. And you gotta think these Yankees are in the back of their minds a bit depleted. I'd say is the right word, but obviously they're still playing in the World Series. So
demoralized a little bit. For sure.
The adrenaline's running high. The compete's always there. They're gonna fight. But
maybe
that's tough.
Just gave off a lead-off single.
Well, hey, no, that's 1 out now.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Okay. They're good. Hey, you're supposed the whole point of the game is to hit the baseball, Harrison. So they get out the leadoff single isn't a leadoff pump.
All right.
So no, pitching's a hard thing, Harrison.
I believe
it's a hard thing.
Like guys get paid a lot if you make it.
Well, so here's the deal. I really like talking about this now because umpires are damn near perfect now.
You get the argument about the what's the one guy who's always
Angel Hernandez.
Thank you.
He sucks.
He's the one there, but like you can pick out like maybe one ump. There may be another one in there, but cut those 2 out. And like you see some of the grades on these umps after the game. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
How many they don't miss. They maybe have like 1 error.
Yeah, they're extremely accurate. They're really good. But I will argue, I feel like, I mean, and this is coming from a pitcher, and everyone hates pitchers. But I feel like there are just a lot of pitchers' pitches that just don't get called anymore, that have like throughout time have always been strikes, regardless. But now they're calling strictly the plate. Like that's the zone, because now, I mean, you watch these games, every game it has the zone. You see how close the pitches are. But if you take that away and just watch the pitch itself, there are some incredible pitches that are not called strikes that I feel like if I were back there 100 times out of 100, I'm calling a strike.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's bonkers. Like even when they're right about that, it's like, damn, if I was pitching, I'd be kind of ruffled.
Would you want to go back in time and go back to the old way, or do you like how it's where the box is set up now?
You can watch some old time baseball and watch some of those strike zones, and it's just pretty egregious.
Bouncing around
like,
all
wow.
over the place.
Like, wow, the catcher stuck that on the white chalk. It's like, so they're not calling those pitches anymore, rightfully so, because a pitcher could really take advantage of that. But it is tough to see some pitches that
just beauties
that are great pitches. To where they in no world should ever be a ball that they'll call a ball. Brusdar Graterol had a really incredible at bat against Aaron Judge earlier in the game, and on ball 4 is like an 8-pitch at bat, and on ball 4 he threw a backdoor sinker to him. So Judge is a righty, Gratterall's a righty. He threw it to the left-handed batter's box, and it moved about 16 inches and clipped the plate. It was probably half on, half off. Should be a strike 100% of the time, and it fooled Judge. He didn't swing. Umpire didn't pull the trigger, and it's like, how is that not a strike? So it's there are pitches that go both ways, though. That's like bad. I'd be pretty upset if I was the hitter. But
what's the tough if you're an ump? What's the toughest pitch to try to figure out? Knuckleball?
Oh,
because that one's coming back.
The catcher doesn't even know where that's going.
Yeah, I mean that's just totally wild. Yeah. But nobody can. What is with the knuckleball?
But also it is it well because okay, so
they used to have a whole era where they just simply tried to find a pitcher that all they threw was knuckleballs.
We ought to get Matt Waldron on here. Maybe get him on the phone one of these nights, and he'll tell you all about it because he's a knuckleballer for the Padres now.
Yeah, they're coming back. Like there's some guys that it's go ahead.
Matty is still the only one in the league that throws it, but no, you throw it with your knuckles, obviously, hence the knuckleball, and it has no spin, like it doesn't rotate, so it just kind of floats on the breeze going into
makes it impossible to
and
judge.
So it'll move up, down, side. It's wild. It it defies the laws of physics, and it just kind of drops, goes side to side. You don't know where it's going to end up, essentially.
Exactly. And I want to ask you, like, why is that? Because obviously that's a phenomenal pitch if you got it in your back. Why is that so hard?
It's incredibly hard to throw.
I'd imagine like no spin.
Shout out Emmett Olson. He's probably doing a paper right now because he's trying to finish up school while playing pro ball. But he's probably not tuned in. But no, we were catch partners, and he has a disgusting. He would always finish up catch with his knuckleball. And dude, I mean, he throws it hard too, and it doesn't spin. And imagine it's coming hard, and it's just like,
well, it's just whatever the air it's going.
It's actually it's a real safety concern. If you can throw it hard like Emmett does. If Emmett ever comes to a plateau in his pro career, he's gonna put that in and probably get called up. I guarantee it.
Knuckleballer?
Yes. It's filthy. It's absolutely disgusting. So let's get that on the record right now. So you can pull that up when he gets the call to the show.
That'd be fantastic.
Hopefully he gets there without needing his knuckleball, but maybe once he's 38 and he's still trying to keep going. And
well, that's what happens, right? Like pitchers when they're on like their last legs.
Well, you're gonna throw the kitchen sink at it. But a lot of guys will just hang them up. But sure, it's never out of the realm of possibility there. But no, I'll attest for him. He's got an unbelievable knuckleball.
You ever give it a shot?
I've never been able to throw it. It's incredibly hard because you gotta shot put it.
That makes sense.
That's
I mean, you can't have no spin on it.
You can't flick. You have to literally push. Like that's the motion.
That's got to wreck your arm if you're doing it wrong, I'd imagine.
It probably wouldn't feel good. I haven't tried it too hard, but I mean, I've never been able to get the ball just to have no rotations, and it's.
Well, I've seen the
really
videos,
difficult.
and it is insane because it's just whatever. I mean, it's really just whatever air's in front of it.
Yeah.
It's just gonna bounce around like crazy.
I
don't know how the catcher
Tim
has to figure that out.
Tim Wakefield, the late great. He was one of the legendary knuckleballers. R.A. Dickey. He retired a few years back, but those are really the last two in recent history that have been real household names, So Matty's trying to work his way into that. Yeah, and he had a shaky year this year, but the first half was great. The second half kind of struggled a little bit, but
what seems to happen? I can't. Who's the one of the greats you just mentioned he was a phenomenal season, and the next season everybody was just hitting everything out of the park, and he was still trying to throw that knuckleball. But I guess it's one of those pitches where if you mess it up just a little bit and it does get a little bit of spin, it's a bunny. I mean, you're just giving them candy at that point if you mess that pitch up.
No doubt. It was always fun because in high school, I feel like a lot of kids that weren't going to go play college ball, because everyone in high school pitches.
Yeah.
So it's like you throw out a kid that is not going to be playing, baseball, but he just pulls out a knuckleball, thinks he can throw a knuckleball, and it was like a lot of guys would complain about it, but it's like, dude, it's literally like an eephus pitch. Just it's teed up for you because it's not like it's a good knuckleball. It's just one that's not spinning, but it's not like it's not thrown with any oomph. It's just
coming
like
slow.
loaded in there, so it's just like it tees it up for you.
Yeah, and that's the part. Well, it's got to have enough speed if it's going to move around like that,
right?
Because if it's got no spin, but it's moving slow,
when you get enough, it literally will just. You can.
I've seen the tape. That's what I'm
asking
about.
I mean,
it's such a curious pitch for me.
The catcher usually struggles with catching it.
Well, yeah, they don't know where it's going. The pitcher don't. Nobody can tell you where it's going if you get the speed on it.
Yeah, I would love to pick Matty's brain about it and just ask if if there's any rhyme or reason or any thought process to where he's throwing it, or if he just tries to throw it down the middle. Because if guys are going to swing at it, they're going to swing at it. The odds of someone squaring it up aren't great. It's going to happen inevitably, but it's fun to watch when he's got that thing down because he makes some of the best players look stupid with it. It's crazy. But Emmett's got a really incredible one. It's a safety hazard. I've missed my fair share and I've gotten beat up, and my fair share of bruises when playing catch with him.
Got to get your guy Emmett on. You've been on the phone line one day.
He's coming in town tomorrow night. I'm trying to get him on he's flying into Lincoln.
No kidding.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him on.
Bring back to the old school Uncut.
Yeah, it'd be great. That's right. Right. He'd like the new atmosphere a lot better too.
Get away from the dungeon.
Yeah.
Was that really in the old studio?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Man, it's been a minute.
It absolutely has. Yeah, Emmett would enjoy the scenery. Maybe you get a couple of girls to walk by and say hi to him.
I'm sure.
You know, he needs that attention.
Because
he needs
people
love
in Lincoln
too.
are friendly.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Emmett needs the love.
I don't know. Maybe he does. You know him better than I do.
Yeah, he sure does.
Hey, man, the pros are lonely.
Yeah, it's right.
Flying to city to city.
It's not for the faint of heart.
Oh, yeah. Short-term relationships. You're bouncing around all the time.
That's right. Yeah, a lot of moving. It's good, though, when you're doing a lot of moving, though.
Mhm.
Unless you get up to the bigs and you're still moving around.
Yeah, but you're still making fat checks.
But you are in the bigs.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're getting shipped down like a taxi squad situation, for a baseball guy, it's a great situation. But, you think about it as just normal living conditions, it ought to be pretty rough. So, you gotta tip your cap to those guys that get forgotten a lot.
That's a good point.
Yeah, baseball guy.
Yeah, KP.
And they're still not out of the ninth here, though. We're still looking at a 7-6 Dodgers over the Yankees. 2 outs now. That's big time.
Okay.
This is going to be good because we got 18 minutes left of the show, Harrison.
I know. I'm hoping
it's probably going to shape up perfectly to where this show ends on this cold, brisk Wednesday night, and the baseball season might just officially come to an end, or we see one of the most electric plays of all time. Which I'd be for that too. But that might take a little bit longer, so we'll just have to see. Maybe we can just extend this about 30 more minutes, Harrison. I'm joking. We don't need to be doing
I'm ready.
that.
I'm a dog.
I need to go to bed, bro.
You got 2 jobs.
Yeah, that's right. Been in Waverly all day, but it's a good trip. It's a cool trip to make. It's just 10 minutes down the road, right?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, no, not bad at all. Let's see. All right, the Yanks are out of the inning. Let's see if they pump a little bit of energy into these bats. Man, Volpe's leading off. He's got a hot stick right now.
I'll tell you what.
We're
coming up to a break, so let's throw it to break. Let's watch a little bit of tape here.
I like that.
Let's see what goes down.
We're gonna cut it to an early break, folks. This is Uncut.
Hi, this is State Senator Carolyn Bosson. Education is a cornerstone for strong, vibrant communities. I voted for the largest investment in education in Nebraska history. As a state senator, wife, and mom, I believe Nebraska is a great place to work and raise a family. My husband Reggie and I are local family business owners and understand the valuable role of education in growing our community. This is Carolyn Bosson, and I will continue to support education in the legislature. Vote Carolyn Bosson on November 5th. Paid for by Bosson for Legislature.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and my schedule can get a little hectic. From softball practices to going to class, traveling for games, spending time with family, and catching up with friends, I am always on the go. I want a bank that can help me from anywhere, but also be there when I need them. That's Midwest Bank. They have the same mobile banking technology as those big banks, but have that hometown feel that I like every time I walk through the doors. They make banking easy no matter where I am. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
The spitting incident.
Oh, the spitting incident.
How bad was that? And do he deserve to miss more games?
I think it's despicable to spit on another human being.
Lucky this guy had a shield on his face. What happened? The guy from Oregon, the receiver.
Yeah, receiver.
Spit in the guy's face from Ohio State. Why did he do that?
Man, you don't spit on a guy.
Back and forth.
You don't spit on a guy. I would never do that. Again. I said again.
I was going to ask you about that from one spitter to another spitter.
No, come on, guys. Listen, guys.
Years ago.
27 years ago.
Yeah.
Guys, don't hold that against me.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in October. Try their brand new caramel apple butter cream cheese or apple coffee cake muffins through their new partnership with local apple orchard, Picnic Hill. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
NEPCO is hiring CDL drivers for ready mixed concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEPCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEPCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Couple Chevrolet GMC, and we want to thank all of our customers for a great September. And now it's time for our annual Halloween sales event happening right now at Koppel. Get 0% financing at Koppel. You heard right, 0% financing on select new models. Also, huge discounts up to $11,500 are available. It's our annual Halloween sales event. Get $11,500 off or 0% financing at Koppel. So please stop on by or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did 0% with roof credit.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Back to Uncut with Kyle Perry on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
All right, folks, welcome back. Happy Wednesday to y'all. It's 10:49 here in downtown Lincoln, and boy, we're watching what potentially could be the end of the baseball season here, folks. Austin Wells putting up one heck of a fight here against Walker Buehler, who just pitched 2 days ago here in the World Series. Unbelievable, man. This guy's had 2 Tommy Johns. And speaking from experience, it's not a fun experience. And this guy's out here doing it, looking to close down game 5 of the World Series, but now we got a full count. This is a heck of an at bat. Austin Wells, rookie catcher for the Yankees.
Oh, we're talking on break. They need magic right here.
We literally need magic. They need Buehler to miss arm side high here, just so
let's get on base.
Just get on base. Maybe find a hole here. This is what it's all about. And he just struck out. Holy smokes, man!
2 outs.
2 outs now, down to their last out. The Yankees. Oh gosh, it has to suck to be a New York fan right now. This is. I mean, oh man, it hurts. It hurts to see it. It really does, because I want to see some magic here, man. Little of that sparkle from Freddie Freeman, like in Game 1. Maybe just a bloop and a blast here. Send the place into a frenzy. Would be incredible. I would love to see it, truly. But
how many championships is this for the Dodgers? If they,
I think 8.
Who leads in the MLB? Yankees.
That's right, with 27. Pretty unreal. No one's going to catch up to that anytime soon. Yeah.
Not even a close race.
I think someone's got 11. I think it might be the Cardinals or something.
Yeah, they're not good luck.
Yeah.
You're not catching up.
No.
I was trying to wonder if there's any team even flirting with it.
No chance.
Well, this might be the end of the baseball season, Kyle Perry, as things are winding up here.
This sucks, man.
Yeah.
I knew it. I hate to say it. I hate to be right, Harrison. I really do.
You did call it. You did call for a 4-1 finish.
Shoot, man.
402-464-5685. You're a Yankee or a Dodger fan.
Oh, and that's
you want to chime in?
That's it, brother. Golly, that sucks.
And the Dodgers won the World Series for everybody driving in their car who can't watch it on their TV.
Oh, man, that sucks. Well,
didn't even get someone on base on that last inning.
Oh, man.
You called that too. You're like, it's either going to be 3 straight outs, no one on base, or we're going to see
or blooping and blast.
Yep.
Oh, man, that's lousy. Well, hey, there's no freaking reason in the entire world that the Los Angeles Dodgers do not come out on top this year. There's just no reason.
Well, I mean,
I've been saying that. I've been saying that since spring training.
The only other reason
you hope for a different outcome, but yeah, that's right.
I was like, the only other reason they don't is the Yankees, and just not enough.
That's special. Good for Walker Buehler, man. That's pretty neat. But
just a comeback victory too for the Dodgers.
Hey,
you thought the Yankees had it wrapped up.
Yeah, Mookie's all right. Mookie's happy. His wrist isn't broke. Gosh, that has to suck though, man. Because Verdugo gets on. You're looking at Gleyber Torres and Juan Soto, then Aaron Judge. You just never know what can happen there.
Could be a Sox fan.
But the bottom of the lineup really kept him. And no kidding. Could be a White Sox fan. The bottom of the order really kept him going. So I didn't think 7, 8, 9 was going to be a. I think that was going to play in the Yankees' favor. Clearly, it didn't. Walker Buehler with a heroic coming out of the bullpen about 50 hours after his 5-inning stint in Game 3. Would it have been? Yeah. So, no, man, that's just as lousy. You hate to see the Dodgers on top, but for a lot of people out there, you hate to see the Yankees too. So, kind of torn. I just want to see 7 games, and 5 games doesn't satisfy me, Harrison. I mean, I hate to say it. It doesn't satisfy me one freaking bit.
That's like
golly.
Well, you see the all-time NBA finals, you get 2 teams where you're like, this is going to be, get your popcorn. This is going to be a good one. And then you're like, oh, 4-1.
Good for the Dodgers, though. Kudos to them for shutting down all the outside noise, all the hype, and just going out and taking care of business. That's pretty impressive. Impressive showing from them. Yankees, golly. 5 unearned runs, folks. Okay, you got to talk about this. You look at I would love to look back at all the postseason games that were played this year and just how many innings 5 or more runs were scored. And I'm sure it wouldn't be a lot. But for them to be all unearned due to errors, the Yankees fans, that ought to make them nauseous, especially after the way this one ended tonight. That's, it makes me nauseous. Garrett Cole he deserved a lot more. He pitches, what's off, and he didn't get the favors in return. He needed to get over to first base on his play to Anthony Rizzo, but he probably shouldn't have been in that situation before. They left 2 outs out there. MVP Aaron Judge dropped the routine pop fly in center, and gosh, baseball gods don't like that sort of stuff. And and while we come to you here from 93.7 The Ticket in downtown Lincoln, and the 2024 baseball season is concluded. So I guess we'll see you next year. And, well, for Uncut, we'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks for tuning in.